Okay, so welcome to the final lesson of our tidying your data section. So far we've seen a lot about each aspect of the table, and now we're going to talk about data cleaning tools to help you tidy your data. Okay, so we're going to see 6 different tools that we can use, and obviously they have different objectives and characteristics. So I categorize them in 3 sections. So no code solutions and that are also open source, programming languages that are open source, and artificial intelligence. This is going to be a 2-part video, and in the first part, we're going to see the examples of the no-code solutions, and in the second part, we're going to talk a little bit about programming languages. So let's begin with Data Curator. That is a simple desktop data editor, so you can install it on your computer. You can get it on your PC or a Mac, and you can create and edit tabular data from scratch or from a template. Open data, choosing separators like a comma, a semicolon, and a tab. And you can also open Excel files. And you can open multiple related data tables from a data package. And you can also get some automatic corrections for common problems in your CSV or your Excel file. Now, this is a little print screen. We don't have time in this lesson to navigate through all of these examples, but here's an example of specific descriptions of a column, for example. In this case, we have the atomic number, and then you have you can see that your file shows the name of the column, the title of the column, a description of the column, and you can have the type of your data. In this case, it's an integer, which means it's a whole number, and the format and any constraints that you have from this data. You can see that we're looking at the Validate tab on the print screen. And you have different other tabs to help you validate your files before you publish them. Now, OpenRefine is a very cool tool. It is meant for users to basically do work with large data sets. You can get it for PC, Mac, and Linux. And it performs operations much faster than Excel. And it also allows users to do what we call segment data. And you can do that by creating facets, which are basically different aspects or angles of your data that show a variance in a given column. And this is a way that you can easily look for patterns or trends in your data, for example. So it's very good for data analysis. And I left here a link of an OpenRefine tutorial from Washington University if you want to learn some more about it. And here are some print screens from this tutorial. Here you can see the source data is a JSON file. So you have the little JSON structure on the left, and on the right is how you visualize this data on OpenRefine. And this is a print screen of how you can create a custom facet from the column that you chose. And that is a way that you can filter, for example, your table with different conditions, and then you can find the matching records. For example, in this case, we have 12 records from that whole table. And you can also do some batch editing. So, for example, in this case, you are doing a common transformation. So you have your text in lowercase, and you want to switch it to uppercase, and you can do that very easily to all the lines and rows and the columns that you chose, and instead of having to do anything manually or type any other text. Now, Open Data Editor. The Open Data Editor was developed by Open Knowledge Foundation. And that is the program that we're going to explore on Module 2. So don't worry about it. We're going to see it in very close detail soon enough. And it's also a no-code solution, and it's very easy to use to maximize data and metadata interoperability. So as you can see, these are the 3 different solutions, but they do different things. So if you want to edit your data, maybe choose OpenRefine, but Open Data Editor is very good if you want to validate your data and make sure that the metadata is good enough for you to put it online and for people to use it and for it to be interoperable. That means that other source, you can mix it with other sources, or you can have applications reuse your data, and it's just going to be a lot more useful that way. So you can explore and detect errors in your tables. And it's also powered by the Frictionless Framework, which is a toolkit also developed by Open Knowledge Foundation. And you can get it for your PC, a Mac, or a Linux. That was it for part 1. See you in the second part of this lesson.